Review: I Love Boosters 2026. I Love Boosters, directed by Boots Riley and starring Keke Palmer, feels like a panic attack that spirals out of control from the very first frame. Yet, it manages to keep the audience completely engaged in a story that is nearly impossible to predict. Packed with laughs, vibrant colors, and sharp social commentary, this film firmly cements Boots Riley's signature, bold directorial style. Keke Palmer delivers a fantastic performance, leading a stellar ensemble cast that bounces off one another with infectious energy. On the surface, the film seems chaotic and scatterbrained, but at its core, it tackles heavy, relevant themes. In less than 2 hours, Riley masterfully touches on the class divide, workers' rights, and media culture. The setup. The plot follows Corvette, played by Palmer, and her Velvet Gang, a group of boosters who shoplift high-end products from designer stores to resell them at lower prices to their community. As we learn about Corvette's dream of becoming a fashion designer, we are forced to confront the immense anxiety and financial pressure she faces daily. Corvette harbors a deep obsession and rivalry with famous designer Christy Smith, allowing the film to explore how the fashion industry profits off cheap labor and steals from the people at the bottom. As the gang continues their boosting spree, Christy scrambles to handle the chaos. Somehow, this premise seamlessly morphs into a science fiction comedy and anti-capitalist critique, culminating in a final act that is wonderfully insane. What worked? The technical craftsmanship is a major highlight. The set and costume designs are spectacular, even if a scene slows down. There is always something stunning to look at. This visual feast is perfectly paired with a dynamic soundtrack. The film repeats variations of the same central song, but alters the tempo and vibe to match the changing emotional landscape of the characters. Furthermore, the storytelling captures the psychological weight of anxiety beautifully. Riley forces the audience to experience Corvette's panic firsthand. During several surreal sequences, it is impossible to tell if the events are real or just happening inside Corvette's dissociating mind, perfectly mirroring how a real panic attack feels. What didn't work? Despite its brilliance, the movie occasionally trips over its own ambition by trying to cram too much into a short runtime. The breakneck pacing means that just as a massive plot point occurs, the film sprints into the next moment, leaving some scenes feeling emotionally incomplete. Additionally, the tonal shifts can feel uneven. The story bounces from a serious critique of poverty to over-the-top absurdity so quickly that it feels like two different movies. This chaos also hurts the characters. Lakeith Stanfield's character, for example, feels largely pointless, seemingly thrown in just to make the film weirder, which ultimately saps the momentum.